Dom and Eli are leading our team coverage from Atlanta. They'll be joined by Samantha Johnson. We'll have live coverage for you before, during, and after that game on Friday night. And then tomorrow morning, IU coach Curt Cignetti and Oregon coach Dan Lanning will hold a joint news conference. You can stream that live at 9:30 tomorrow morning over on WTHR+. And Angela, there's going to be so many fans driving to Atlanta. How's the weather shaping up for them?
Scott, so far so good. They're going to be dealing with the same weather system we're going to be dealing with, but if you leave early, you are ahead of all of that rain all the way south through Atlanta. The heavier rain and storms will get into the Atlanta area Friday night into the early part of Saturday, so that could impact your drive home if you're coming back Saturday. Driving to work and school tomorrow, temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s under mainly cloudy skies. Our rain chances start to increase tomorrow afternoon with the heaviest rain falling tomorrow night into early Friday. I'll have that timeline.
All right, Angela, we'll see you in a little bit. The battle over servers has reached Shelbyville. That's where opposition for a massive data center proposal is bringing big crowds. Alex Almanza joins us live tonight from that Plan Commission meeting where officials are burning the midnight oil. Alex?
Yeah, it's a really late night for residents and members of the Plan Commission here at Shelbyville High School. What we're going on almost 4 hours, over 4 hours now as public comment gets underway. There are a lot of questions, there are a lot of comments, and also those presentations. Of course, the developer is here listening to those constituents. Now, what we're waiting on after public comment, which is what's happening right now, is whether board members will recommend to allow Prologis, a real estate company, to annex 429 acres of farmland for a data center development. Now Prologis sort of acts like kind of like this middleman leasing out server space for clients, including hyperscalers. They've got several of these locations around the country, and board members grilled developers asking specifics on things like water capacity. The developer is creating a lot of friction, not really giving clear answers to those specifics. And neighbors here who are already fired up on the lack of those specifics. Meanwhile, those in support of the project say that it's a big win for blue-collar workers.
And everybody that's here tonight is Googling everything that's done through data centers, and all the Google information they're getting that tells them they're bad, where are they pulling it from? Everything's going through a cloud.
Is there room for compromise?
No, there is not room for compromise.
So it's either data center or no data center?
Data centers there is no benefit to the community from a data center. They talk about economics and how it's going to, benefit Shelbyville when they come, and yet they're on a 50-year tax abatement.
Now, what we're waiting on to see is what Plan Commission members will decide. Ultimately, what they decide is not the final decision, as that ultimately rests with the Common Council. Now, the people here only make a recommendation for annexation of that property. Again, a lot of people are fired up about this, and we're waiting to see how many people will continue to make public comment throughout the night. We're, of course, going to keep you updated as Plan Commissioners either make a recommendation, don't make a recommendation, or ultimately table it, Scott.
All right, Alex, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thanks so much. The men charged with driving a man to Delaware County and then burning him alive just made their first court appearances. Court documents reveal that 23-year-old Amiris Aponte was with 3 other people when they made their way from Indianapolis to Delaware County to dump a body. Investigators believe Aponte drove the car off a road and it was set on fire. All of this unfolding last month. Tanya Turner took this photo when she saw a car on fire with a front door open.
I was wondering if somebody was in it. There was nothing they hit because you could tell that. I was like, what happened? It was just really strange.
Investigators have not yet identified the person who was in the car, but they tell us that autopsy results indicate the person was alive when that car was set on fire. Aponte and 39-year-old Randall Moon tonight are charged with murder and arson, among other counts. Investigators tell us that Moon drove the getaway car. 2 women are charged tonight with aiding in murder. Tonight at 11, a teen in Shelby County is accused of planning a school shooting. The prosecutor told 13 News today the suspect's mom turned the teen in. Court documents reveal 17-year-old Alexis Pickett is charged tonight with planning an attack at Morristown Junior Senior High School. Now, the suspect is a senior at that school. The Shelby County prosecutor says during this investigation, detectives found photos and videos on Pickett's phone of other school shootings.
During the questioning, she was asked what would have happened had we not intervened, had we not found out about this. And she simply said, I would have killed a lot of people and then myself.
Right now, Pickett is being held on $1 million bond, facing 3 charges, including attempted murder. That teenager is expected back in court later this month. An enormous crowd gathered in Minneapolis tonight. Look at all of these people here. This vigil comes after an ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman as a group of people blocked ICE agents during an immigration operation. NBC's Maggie Vespa reports tonight from Minnesota.
Hey there, we're on the ground in Minneapolis. This massive crowd behind me has now formed. We're talking several hundred, if not 1,000 people out here. They are furious because a 37-year-old woman is dead, shot behind the wheel of her own SUV by an ICE officer. And we know that's how this happened because it was caught on video. The Department of Homeland Security, the Trump administration, for its part, calling the woman a, quote, violent rioter who weaponized her vehicle against an ICE officer, prompting that officer to shoot in self-defense. Now, people and protesters, you can hear them. They're taking one look at the same video, and they're seeing something very different. They argue the driver, who police said was initially blocking the road, was then trying to get away after ICE officers surrounded her car, and then eventually one fired as she took off. Among those critics, Mayor Jacob Frey, a Democrat here in Minneapolis, who called the self-defense argument put out by DHS a, quote, garbage narrative, BS, and told ICE to get the F out of Minneapolis. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune, meanwhile, reporting the driver's mother has now identified her as Renee Nicole Good. People behind me chanting her name. Her mom telling the paper, quote, that's so stupid that she was killed, and that, quote, she was probably terrified. Also, for what it's worth, multiple lawmakers calling Renee Good, saying she was a U.S. citizen and not the target of ICE operations here in Minneapolis today. Regardless, after this deadly clash, you can see this city is clearly on edge. Back to you.